I spent my career in medicine and I was hospital-based, so a lot of the work just came to me. But I think there was something about, again, as being a new resident in Green Bay, it was really my first stop. So I incorporated, and within a month I met Allison in membership. And one of the things, she was so interested in what I was doing, I felt so warmly received that she helped me start getting connected right away. And so it just sped everything up for me. I started meeting people through the Power Breakfast and making those connections. So I think that it just turned out to be, I think, a great decision for me to get connected early. It's the relationships that I'm developing. Just a great example, one of the individuals I met through the chamber sent me an email introducing me to another potential referral partner. Right, so, and I have a meeting now teed up with somebody who I hope to maybe help grow my business through those kinds of relationships. And so getting to see people regularly through these various events allows me to stay connected and gives me a little bit of structure to that type of networking that when you get busy as a small business owner, that part of it, the operations can start to taking over, but this allows me to actually work on my business and by building those relationships. I've been to some of the educational opportunities. There was a really interesting one that Steve Bowie did on time management that I picked up some tips from. So there's just various educational opportunities as well as the networking events. I think I've been on the social media, educational opportunities. And I've been given the opportunity to do some educational events for the chamber. So I gave one on stress management. So I've been able to give and receive from the chamber by being part of their educational piece. Like, where am I not, right? So from the Power Breakfast, which meets monthly, I've been going to those when they were started here and got small, and then outgrew the chamber, and then went to the public museum. I think it got up to like 70 people. It was a great way to connect with people. So the Power Breakfast, after hours I've been to, and I took advantage of Leadership Green Bay, and as a new resident here, it was great for me. I met some fantastic people, but it also gave me a great introduction to Green Bay, the history of the city, resources, made some great connections. I can't say enough about Leadership Green Bay. I mean, it's just, for somebody who's new in the area, and they're really looking to learn about this city, the history, the social services, how the various communities within Green Bay, it's not just Green Bay, it's Ashwaubenon, it's De Pere, there's so much going on, and Leadership Green Bay really helped me lay out what's going on in the community and how people are working together. So I can't say enough about that program. It was fantastic. I think when I joined the chamber, one of the points out to me is to try to, they talked about the strategic plan and the various pillars. And so one of the things I did is I reached out to individuals who were over those different areas, and I had a meeting with all of them. So I got to hear, even though they don't directly impact what I'm doing day to day and trying to get this small business off the ground and going, it was nice to hear what was going on the policy, the government affairs, the economic development piece, all of those various pieces. I know there's so much more going on in the chamber, again, that affects me directly as a small, but it's great to know that's also going on, because if you step back, all of those things do really affect me. The economic development part of that affects me because it affects the economy in the area that I live. So again, I think knowing that all that's going on in the chamber, and that the plan is there, and that these various areas that they're working on, it makes me feel good about being part of the chamber. All the opportunities to connect and see people, I think, because the chamber does so many of those things, of course, there would be a big gap there. And I mean, those still happen. I mean, those are gonna happen. But I think, the government affairs, the policy piece of that, where people are working, whether it's infrastructure development in the Green Bay area, is there going to be a voice where we need it? Workforce development, looking at the challenges that all businesses face in this, in the community here. Where's that voice going to come from if the chamber isn't around?